Prosecutors play a key role in addressing racial disparities. We are the ones who have the discretion to determine whether charges will be brought, what charges those will be, and what sentences we're going to ask for. So I think prosecutors should be leaders in terms of addressing racial disparity and setting the tone both for the law enforcement agencies who are bringing us cases and the judiciary to whom we present our cases. The work that Cy Vance and John Chisholm have done is going to have a huge impact on what prosecutors do in the future. And I say that because there's a track record now of an office letting a research institute into their doors, looking at their data and coming up with recommendations or the results of that data. And it was not something that, it was something that took a lot of courage for John and for Cy to do, frankly. But the fact that they were able to do that and they improved their office because of it. And we can now point to their work and go to other prosecutors' offices and say, this resulted in a very positive outcome in the sense that we now see where the disparities came from and how to address them. And we can tell the community that we're concerned and we're acting on it because of the work that John and Cy have done. So they're basically trendsetters. The obstacles in terms of prosecutors engaging that type of work come from a couple areas, I think. One would be just resistance to change. When you have a long-standing institution, there's certain histories, traditions, and it can be hard to change. It's human nature. Another one goes to the courage of those conversations. When you talk about race, generally, those are difficult conversations. And so to have those conversations with police, with the FBI, with judges, with each other, they're sensitive topics, and it's easy for people to be misunderstood. It's easy for feelings to be hurt. So it's important to have those conversations, but it's also important to set the tone and the foundation to have them so that people will go in and be honest and willing to work through whatever issues arise. Attorney General Eric Holder has himself been a leader in the area of addressing racial disparities. He has instituted changes relating to mandatory minimums, relating to the filing of Section 851 charges, which would boost the penalties in drug cases. And he's basically told us, all the federal prosecutors, we should only go after the most severe penalties for the most dangerous criminals. For those people who are low-level offenders, we should not throw the book at them. We should not put them in jail for their entire lives. So he's basically given us more discretion to use the immense power that we have more wisely. And so his leadership has been fantastic. Unfortunately, he's leaving, obviously. But he's created a legacy that will basically allow the Department of Justice to continue in the direction that it's going, which is basically a recalibration of how we use our discretion to prosecute crimes.